guys, Modern Rapunzel, it's been out a couple of days already. What's the initial reaction been like, first of all?
Good, we think.
Yeah, organically probably. It's hard to judge it because we had Top Drawer, which got on like indie playlist on Spotify straight away. Which like that was like you have an app on if you've got like Spotify for artists, and it tells you like how many people are listening and like how many are streaming you like right now sort of thing. So when we had Top Drawer out, it was like, so I don't know if you can even see that on yours. It tells you like all the people watching and streaming now and stuff. And that was like into the thousands, like zipping up all the time. But obviously it was kind of unrealistic because we had so many playlists. But Mon Rapunzel's been like by far the best we've put out on our own with like no help or anything. We've got like 3,000 streams, so what, 1,000 a day since it's come out, which for us is pretty sick. And it's good to see that we can still do that because we've not really had that much traction since lockdown really, because we've not had a lot to do. So it's good that that people are still up for it.
So is that sort of part of the decision to put it out then? Maybe the traction during lockdown had been a bit slower, and you just want to get things back, trying to go again, because it looks like we might be back out of it soon.
I think we were definitely keen to get something new out there. We'd been working towards releasing something, and it's kind of the first time that we didn't have, not like, because we do like Modern Rapunzel, but it was the first time we hadn't like written a song and straight away gone, that's what's going to be our next single. Like I think with all the other songs we've finished writing it and being like, right, that's it, that's going to be the next single. Whereas with Modern Rapunzel, we were writing so much in lockdown, it was just like, right, we need to put something out, let's be a bit more selective and like actually sort of,
Yeah, and also the annoying thing is on that point, we'd written so many songs in lockdown, but we banked them all for who knows, a potential album or something. So we banked all the songs. So we got to needing a song to be put out, and it was like we didn't have any, but we had so many. Mm-hmm. So that was pretty nice. But yeah, I think you're right in that because things are coming up, we wanted to get back on the wheel again. But we put out 2 songs last year, and by our standards, that's not really.
Yeah, that's low.
It was difficult though with timing, and like I think every band was like waiting for everything to open up so you could go again, and we were like, holding off, and then Mon Rapunzel, we were ready to put that out by November, but then it was like, right, we can't put it out now because by the time it comes out, Christmas will be there, and then you need to be putting Christmas stuff out, and then so we had to keep pushing it back, didn't we?
Yeah.
But it's good to be back out. I think we plan now on like I said it was funny because as soon as we put this out, the next day we sat down and we're like, right, what's next? How are we going to get in recording it? And I was like, can we just have 10 minutes off? Like we've been grafting on this for ages, so I think we are going to hopefully like up it a bit and do a bit more.
This has been the longest I think we've probably gone between singles as well. I could be wrong on that, but It definitely feels like, and it is the lockdown syndrome thing of just like nobody knew what was coming next, so we didn't want to. And as well, the music we were writing was kind of summery, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that didn't feel like the vibe for the next one, Just with like our previous 2 releases before this one being quite heavy, didn't feel right we felt like there was like a transition with Modern Rapunzel into like some more like summer indie stuff. Not to spoil what's coming next. But.
No.
That's really interesting that you said that about it being a good sort of transition, because I was going to say that it has it does feel like it's different from the previous releases, but I can see a sort of like connection between them. It feels like because there'd been such a big jump, I think it was Spin was the first one that came out for me that was very different to anything before. And then it was it felt like, it feels like it's very connected. But yeah, I do see what you mean about it sort of heading towards summery vibes. And Modern Rapunzel, I'm always for bands that pick a song name that is definitely going to be like, if you search that's the song that's coming up. It's not going to come up with like, where on earth did that come from?
Well, the worst thing is the more I look at it, as someone said to me today, they said, "Oh, what's your new single called?" And I told them, and the more I look at it, the more I think it's so pretentious sounding. Like I'm like, oh no, is that too much? I honestly don't know. It's just whenever I'm like writing songs, I just kind of sing lyrics with it. It's obviously come up there, and it was just the obvious title for the track. But I think we're for some reason starting to get a load of songs with unique titles, like Top Drawer and stuff. I suppose that's quite weird. I suppose he didn't like Top Drawer either, don't you? Did you like Modern Rapunzel?
No, but I'm not allowed to. Well, I am allowed to say anything. I didn't like Top Drawer, which is our most successful song, and I was like, it's a bad title. Like the lyrics are weird. Like it's not happening. and then it's the only song I've ever had that got indie listed. So now I'm just like, if I have a bad opinion, they do the opposite. You know what I mean?
But I don't really. I just it's kind of up on that one. I suppose I like the ring. I like the ring to it. Kind of the whole. Yeah, I don't know. I just like the ring of it really.
I feel like we're set up as well with our like band name. So like we want to be top of that Google search list.
Yeah. Although there is actually a band with a song called Modern Rapunzel out, and it's like an album of a band like 50 listeners from like 2004, and it's actual shite. And I thought, fuck, like they've actually beaten us to it. So,
well, yours has already done better than them then, so it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about that. You said it was a song that didn't instantly jump out at you as the next release. Was it something that was it like sort of meaningful to you from a writing point of view, or was it just one of these ones that just sort of comes to your head?
Well, the weird thing, this is the first ever song we've written as a band. Normally I write the song, or at least the whole song on acoustic guitar, and then I bring it down. But this time I just had a chorus. I was just playing it with the drummer down here, and then he had a new pedal. This is when he had the big sky. I think it was one of the first. He just bought a new pedal, like a reverb pedal, makes it sound really spacey. And he just started doing the all over it, and it was like fucking hell, it's massive. And then the verses kind of just came out of that, like keeping the flow of that. And the next minute I was like, for God's sake, because originally it was like a kind of lovey-dovey acousticy sounding chorus, and I was like, oh, do I want it to go like into that? But then so I was initially like a bit not keen, but then as soon as we like got bass behind it and stuff, it was like, actually this is a vibe. So I think it was quite fun to write a song like that. And since writing a song like that, it's been like, that's how we do every song now. Like I never finish a song. I always get sort of halfway through it and stop, so then we can kind of all have our input on it. Joe, I can't completely remember the question, but I feel like I might have answered it.
Yeah, you did answer it. Yeah. If that is, I was just looking for something interesting about the writing process, really, and you've absolutely given me that, so that's fine. So that's something that you sort of started as a writing process from this song, and it's continued into the newer songs you're writing. I'm guessing that means it was successful then, and it was something you liked doing it as a band. Yeah,
I think so. And also it means that we're not locked in. Like sometimes if I come, and it's never really rigid, but sometimes if I come with a finished thing, it's like we make something around it where it's quite exciting to come with half a thing and say like, right, what ideas have like he got in mind, which then could make me go, oh, we should do this instead. Because sometimes when you played something on your own load, you don't really want to deviate from it a lot, I suppose.
I guess it's like rather than adding to something, it's kind of like you're changing it earlier in the process. So it's sort of
and it's nice that way, because there's so many cool tricks that I wouldn't do, which Jamie or Matt thinks we should try, and it makes it a little bit more dynamic, I think. Anyway,
where was it that you guys recorded it?
In our bassist's bedroom.
In the bedroom, and a home recording.
In the house, yeah. I mean, we all live together, so we practice it one night. We go up and demo the drums and stuff. We got our drums recorded at Bowen Rooms, Brunswick Mill, a studio in there. I can't remember the exact name of the studio, but with a friend of ours. And other than that, it was all just done in Jim's room, wasn't it?
And then we send it off to a guy. So once we do it all, we send it off to a guy to like mix and master it. So like set all the levels and make it loud and things. Just because by the time, and I do think we could mix, or Jamie could mix and master one of our songs. He's the bassist who records it all. But I think it's quite nice to have an external view on it, because I was saying to someone today, it's funny because by the time we put a song out, and I don't think I should be saying this, but I'm sick of it. Like, because I've heard it so much now, and like I heard Chris Martin say once, like hearing your songs back is like hearing like a voicemail that you've left, but you've like done every word on it 10 times and stuff. And like, you're so right in that. Now when I hear it, like I don't hear it as a song or anything, and it's annoying because I wish I could hear like one of our songs and release it and I have an opinion on it straight away, but it's just I'm like numb to it now. So it's certainly difficult.
That's it, because we've all got like mix notes that we still like. There's still bits of certain songs that we've released in the past that we would still tinker with now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like it's kind of never done either, is it? So
no. But I do like the fact that we record it like here in our house, because it means that we make all the shots on it. So we can have no one to blame but us, really, if it doesn't do well.
Yeah, so it's like in the songwriting process, it's just us four, and then Chris Taylor at Park Street, he mixes it. And I think that is good just to get, because I mean, Chris Taylor has mixed some of the biggest people on the planet, and it's cool to get just a little bit of something else in the overall thing.
Yeah.
Another one of the, I'm sure, many benefits that you could tell me about having a band house, being able to record it all at home, be together and get it done, and saves money, I guess, as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we'd have to release songs knowing what it costs some bands. I legit don't think we'd be able to do it. I think one song a year max, maybe two. The money it costs. Whereas we can make music effectively for free. Just our time is the only thing it costs. But no, living together is like the dream, really. We always try and remind ourselves when we when we're not really doing much. When we got together 4 years ago, we'd have dreamt of having a basement with our logo on the wall and a mixing desk in a studio down there. That's literally any band would snap your hand off at that. So the fact we've been able to do it for 2 years is unreal for us.
Right, I'm going to get you to both answer this last question individually. We'll start with you, Matt. Sum up why people should listen to Modern Rapunzel in 10 seconds.
Can I just quickly say, I feel like I'm on Mr. and Mrs.
I will see if Chris's answer matches.
Sorry, right, okay. So what, I'm selling Modern Rapunzel in 10 seconds?
Yeah.
It's a catchy, anthemic, bouncy, good live sounding, chant along, sing along, instant classic, headline, Glastonbury.
Download now.
Nice. Chris, without using any of the words that Matt just used, sum up in 10 seconds.
Oh,
any of the words?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Every word in the thing.
That means you've got to pick a different festival and you can't headline it.
Here's what I'll say to them. Listen, right, we spent a lot of time on that song. So don't be that guy on Twitter who says, yeah, it sounds all right. It speaks for itself. Go and listen to it, stick it on repeat, and tell a mate.
Awesome. Thank you very much for doing this, and hopefully I'll be on for a proper long podcast soon at some point.
Don't go yet.
Okay.
How would you sell it in 10 seconds?
How would I sell it in 10 seconds?
You're not allowed to use any of the words that we use.
Okay. It is a fitting continuation for a band that have already been doing great stuff. And if you haven't listened to it already, this is a good starting point. If you already listened to them, it's a great continuation.
Are you available to help us with our next press release at all?
Absolutely am.
That's unreal.
That was very good. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. Modern Rapunzel, go and stream it from wherever you like, or is there going to be a physical release of it at all? Will we ever see
We're always like 6 months behind the curve of that, but we are going to try and do it. Yeah,
keep an eye out for a physical release, guys. Thank you for doing that. We're going to do hopefully get a proper long podcast with you guys soon, and you'll hopefully get on your tour at some point from your spring 2020 tour.
Pleasure,
See you later. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.